Hello everyone. Today, we'll take a look at the best Wi-Fi routers in 2021 and beyond. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and my goal here is to help you find the right one for your needs. For the best prices and more information about these Wi-Fi routers, check out the links in the description below. Before we start, I have a question for you guys. Which Wi-Fi router are you using right now, and how do you like it? Let me know in the comments. TP-Link AC1900 Smart Wi-Fi Router. For those in the market for a well-spec'd, future-proof router on modest pockets, the TP-Link AC1900 is an excellent choice. It has a plain white slate color design and is supported by an elegant silver trim stand popping it up from behind and 3 white antennas popping up from the top. It's designed to work seamlessly alongside the Amazon Alexa voice controls for your maximum convenience and utmost peace of mind. Using the voice controls, you can turn the guest Wi-Fi on and off and even juggle a couple of operations. The voice controls reduce the hassles you may go through to operate the gadget. Its wireless fidelity coverage is somewhat wider and more comprehensive than those of ordinary or competing routers. This is made possible by a combination of boosted Wi-Fi coverage and beamforming technology. Together, these two deliver a highly efficient wireless connection that also has a longer range of operations. On the back, there are connectivity ports, a USB 2.0 port, WPS and reset button, an Ethernet socket, power socket, and switch. On the side, you have a second USB port, this time a USB 3.0 port, which you can use for sharing files over your network via USB drive. At 30 feet, the RT-AC86U still maintains its lead, while the router only delivers 15.4 megabits per second, again, very decent considering the price and other factors. On the 2.4 GHz band, the AC1900 delivers 18.2 megabits per second and 11.6 megabits per second at 2 meters and 5 meters distances respectively. The same story is repeated when it comes to the USB performance. The C9 delivered 23.51 megabits per second read speeds and 14.28 write speeds over the USB 3.0 port, which falls short of the 60 megabits you get from the fastest router out there, but they cost almost double as well. Also, it lacks features such as multi-user multiple input multiple output and MU-MIMO data streaming support, which is okay to have because you may never use it at home. Therefore, TP-Link Archer C9 AC1900 is affordable and offers respectable throughput performance, albeit not being the fastest router in its class. For the price, it's a great deal among its peers. TP-Link Archer AX6000 Wi-Fi 6 Router. The TP-Link Archer AX6000 is a serious wireless router with Wi-Fi 6 speeds and security, plus a whopping 8 LAN ports. The TP-Link Archer AX6000 stands out with a squarish design at 10.3 by 10.2 by 2.4 inches and has 8 pivoting antennas, making it 2.3 inches taller. It has soft rubber feet, inserts underneath for wall mounting, and the entire top and bottom have vents to keep the router from overheating. Unlike some of its flashy competitors, the Archer AX6000 has a single understated LED on top that lights up red when starting up and turns to blue when everything is okay. It can be turned off with the switch on the router's side and is next to the router's Wi-Fi protected setup key for quickly adding devices to the network. The device also has a button for turning off the Wi-Fi transmissions, effectively changing the Archer AX6000 into a wired router. And Archer AX6000 also has two 8 LAN connectors, arranged in 2 rows of 4 ports. Archer AX6000 combines ultra-wide 160 MHz channels with beamforming technology to efficiently move data back and forth to several devices at once. Its dual-band 802.11ax design creates 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz networks that are rated at 4.804 gigabits per second and 1.148 gigabits per second. At a close range of shorter than 10 feet, this Wi-Fi 6 router is able to sustain at 911 megabits per second. When you move to more than 40 feet away, it averages some 850 megabits per second. It's impossible to measure a router's coverage precisely, but if you live in a home around 1,800 square feet, the Archer AX6000 can cover it with fast Wi-Fi speed and throughput when placed in the middle of the home. This router has a copy speed of more than 80 megabits per second for writing and over 112 megabits per second for reading. Other than file sharing, the router also supports time machine backup and media streaming. With this type of performance, you can expect a decent network storage experience, but just make sure that you get a fast external drive. For the cost, the TP-Link Archer AX6000 is an excellent buy. It's a reliable router capable of delivering full gigabit internet to a few clients at the same time. Asus AC2900 Wi-Fi Gaming Router. The Asus AC2900 is a router for the user who wants a smooth online experience without worrying about malware, pushing attacks, slow speed, or fear of losing private information. The router is for big boys and girls who just want to set it up once and forget about it while they focus on the real game. For dedicated gamers, this router assures low latency and high-speed internet without lag. This is very important for anyone who wants to participate in a highly competitive gaming world, where a single moment's delay in a movement can cost you the game. On the rear side, the Asus RT-AC86U has a dedicated area for the ports and some of the buttons. From the left, there is a round power button, a power port, a small recessed reset button, a USB 2.0 port, USB 3.0, one WAN, and 4 LAN ports. The USB port mainly specializes in the development of a network-attached storage device and can act as an AI cloud storage. And again, on the left side of the router, there's a small recessed area where you can find two round buttons, one for initiating the WPS process and the other for turning the wireless on or off. Asus provides two kinds of technologies that help the router to enhance the range of the connection. One of them is the range boost that helps to improve the stability of the signal considerably, and the other is the AI radar that complement the aforementioned, making the attention on your devices even more intense, and as a result, the users of your network get a more clear and potent signal. The antennas that come with the product contribute a great deal to get a more than good enough transmission. To prevent the numbers of your family being affected by the risks that involve navigation on the internet, Asus provides an AI protection capability, which was created to detect and block the attacks that are performed on the users of your network. All that said, the Asus AC2900 is a great router for online gamers thanks to the 5 GHz quad streaming technology, 2900 megabits transfer speeds, high coverage area, and security features. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel. Amazon Eero Pro 6 Tri-Band Mesh Router. Amazon's Eero Pro 6 is a tri-band mesh Wi-Fi system that provides relatively good wireless coverage and doubles as a home automation hub. It has a compact pod-like design that measures just 90mm wide and deep, and 57mm high, so it's easy to set them up without taking up too much space. The router has a USB-C port on the back for its power supply, along with 2 gigabit Ethernet ports for wired network connections. Amazon has clearly got its eye on the smart home market, as the Eero supports both Alexa and the Zigbee networking system, so if you have existing smart devices that use the Amazon Home app, such as the popular Echo speakers, it's easy to transfer them across your new Eero network. The Eero 6 actually supports a maximum speed of 1800 megabits per second, which is more than adequate for any 100 megabits per second broadband service. It's also important to remember that the Wi-Fi 6 is about capacity as well as speed, and the Eero 6 is designed to stream data efficiently up to 75 different devices all at once, which should keep even most gadget-crazy homes happy for the years to come. The Eero app is straightforward and easy to use. There's a built-in speed test that allows you to check performance of your network and even monitor the data usage of each device on your network. You can also create a guest network for visitors and set up schedules to control internet access for different family members. And also, it doesn't take long to get started with the Eero 6, as the Eero app for iOS and Android can use Bluetooth on your mobile devices to connect each Eero unit and guide you through the setup process. So it's not the fastest mesh system around, but the Eero 6 is an affordable Wi-Fi 6 upgrade for larger homes that have a lot of computers and smart devices. Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi Router. The Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi is designed for large houses or offices that would typically need to be served by multiple routers or Wi-Fi range extenders. The dimensions of this router are 8.9 by 6.7 by 3.1 inches, and a simple look at these dimensions confirms that the Orbi unit is bigger than most of the others. Each Netgear Orbi router has one WAN port and 3 gigabit LAN ports, while each satellite has 4 gigabit LAN ports. This means you can place the satellite unit close to a setup box, desktop, or game console and enjoy Ethernet connectivity without running wires throughout the house. Both have a USB port that can be used to share devices on the network. In terms of features, the Orbi packs pretty much everything regular users would expect: guest network support, the ability to block certain sites and services, access control to blacklist/whitelist devices, event logging, and the ability to log emails, the ability to backup and restore settings, port forwarding/triggering, dynamic DNS support, UPnP and IPv6 support, and a built-in VPN server. Out of the total available bandwidth, 1733 megabits is reserved for the back-end communication between the Orbi units. The consumer-facing 5 GHz channel is capable of reaching speeds up to 866 megabits per second using the 802.11ac standard, while the 2.4 GHz channel has a peak speed of 400 megabits per second using the 802.11n. This means that Netgear's claim that this is a tri-band router is technically true. The Netgear Genie app also offers some extra features like traffic meter that can report your overall internet usage, and supposedly even gives iOS users the ability to print to any attached printer using AirPrint. Overall, the Netgear Orbi is the quickest, easiest, and most reliable way to cover a large area of consistently fast Wi-Fi we have on this list, though the exact speeds and range vary a lot depending on the size of your area and how it's built. So, there you have it, folks. Feel free to pick the one that fits you best from the description below. See you next time, and thank you for watching.